You've 100% heard this one before. Bro, there's no good games coming out. Gaming is dying. Why did all the good games come out 10 years ago? Please. These kind of statements are either coming from your friend who doesn't play anything that doesn't have a gun or ball in it, or these kind of... I'm so sick and tired of these third-rate, sniveling, wannabe economic analysts being like, as you can see, guys, gaming is dying because AAA game studios are suddenly now making bad games because they are greedy. Yawn. I genuinely have zilch interest in the fact that little monopoly men in the games industry thought that the graph was gonna go up forever and started mass layoffs the moment they thought they might not be able to afford their 10th yacht. Like, that's all just capitalism at work, I'm sorry to tell you. This isn't a gaming industry-specific thing, nor can you fix it by politely asking AAA companies to have their next landfill fodder micro-macro fuckro transaction battle pass game to just not suck. Does this mean gaming is doomed? Does this mean the latest, most versatile medium of art is dying? Because go figure, big billion-dollar companies actually have no incentive to just make good games. Yeah, gaming as a whole is totally done for, dude. Dude, writing books is dying because people churn out AI slop. Trust me, man, cinema is over because the new Marvel movie sucks. It's just so ridiculous, man. Yeah, we should obviously be condemning these shitty business practices. We have to call out these soul-sucking companies when they make a bad decision. But, like, is there anything constructive y'all can do on top of that? Tired of this constant whinging. You mean to tell me that the new Ubisoft game is bad? What? So let's do something more than talking the ear off these dumbass companies and then buying their games anyway. Because, mind-shattering fact, there's amazing games being released out there every single day. The indie game scene has been picking up the slack from major companies for like a fucking decade at this point. And even then, a lot of people only see the surface of it. Yes, I completely agree, man. Hollow Knight, Celeste, Undertale, all these are masterpieces made by indie teams, and they do deserve all the praise and attention they get, but I promise you that Team Cherry don't need your $15 anymore. They're already swimming in millions, and what they gotta do is get off their asses and finish Silksong. What you gotta be paying attention to, my friend, is the real up-and-coming shit. Like, what do you know about some Velvedex, some Orbo's Odyssey, RoboQuest, Refunked, Refresh, Rage Wars? My point is that there are so many awesome games out there that you ain't even ever heard of, because we all too busy talking about MAGA Splitgate bullshit. Like, bro, who cares? Putting you on some real shit right now. In 2023, French developers Un Je ne sais quoi and Animation released Dordogne. I got this in my Steam Discovery page recently. I saw this screenshot. I was like, yep, I'm taking a chance. Add that to cart right now. And boy, I do not regret that decision at all. So, what's it about? Well, it's the early 2000s, and we follow the story of Mimi, a woman in her 30s, that can't remember a single thing about her childhood. She spent one of her childhood summers with her grandmother, Nora, who has recently passed away. Desperate to remember anything about Nora and their time spent together, Mimi travels to her late grandmother's house, hoping that physically being there would jog her memory a little bit. And oh my god, the visual presentation here is stellar. Dordogne has this distinct watercolor style, as the game perfectly mixes everything together into a truly beautiful whole. Like a watercolor painting come to life, Dordogne invites you to really stop and smell the roses at every turn. As Mimi slowly remembers more and more of that summer spent with her grandma, we get to see such an interesting visual clash between past and present. By the time Nora is gone, the entire environment feels like a rotting husk. Muted colors, smudged details, cloudy weather. Then you peer into the past, So full of color, magic at every turn, the beauty and childlike wonder overtaking your senses. Then the game hits you right in the chest every time a memory ends and you're yanked back into Mimi's present situation. The real protagonist of Dordogne is the grandmother, Nora. Narrative-wise, it's a common life experience I see so rarely portrayed on screen. A grandparent so seemingly perfect, so willing to go along with all your child whims. All the while, they go through so many hardships from so many directions, none of which you even begin to comprehend until you're all grown and they're gone. Nora has her own worries, her own hang-ups and issues, but she never quite takes it out on Mimi. As much as Nora teaches her granddaughter about gardening, cooking, and whatnot, at the same time, Mimi teaches her grandmother some real important lessons about actually letting yourself live a happy life. This game has a perfect portrayal of a childhood summer away from home, bar none. That very real sadness and anxiety of when you arrive somewhere unfamiliar, the difficulties and adjustments you need to make when living with someone you don't know all that well yet, the genuine sense of discovery you feel once you finally venture outside. Dordogne's gameplay consists of generally simple little micro games with no real stakes behind them, and most of the negative reviews of this game I read complain about the lack of gameplay. It's something I vehemently disagree with, because the strongest aspect of Dordogne is the fact that it is a game, rather than any other medium. It relishes in the mundane. From cooking, gardening, even something as simple and banal as turning a doorknob. The fact that you have to do all these mundane things really adds to the narrative. It immerses you, I think, in a really special way. These mundane tasks come together beautifully with the other game element. The scrapbook. In every single memory, the stickers you find, the photos you take, the sounds you record, the words Mimi thinks of, can all be combined into a single scrapbook page. Commemorate a real memorable day with a nice photo, a wonderful ambient sound you recorded, and put together a nice little poem from the concepts you pick up along the way. Shit's beautiful, bro. It got me thinking about my own childhood summers with one of my late grandparents, and it legit made me tear up in recollection. I'm just gonna say the plot does thicken over the course of the story, but I ain't telling you about it. If you're really curious, you're gonna go play it for yourself. But all in all, Dordogne is a wonderful piece of art. You can finish it in a couple evenings, but the shit it posits and shows are gonna stay with you forever after. A true testament to what video games can be, and of course it didn't sell well enough and the studio shut down. Why? The people behind this did everything right. It was even on that Game Pass day one, but in the end, it just didn't reach people well enough in time, and just like that, it washed away into the sea of digital shit. This is what I'm telling you, man. Video games are not a meritocracy. Good games aren't gonna magically float up to the top automatically. Good games, not amazing games, come out all the fucking time, and maybe instead of hoping and praying that AAAs finally make a good game again someday, you could put the whole World Wide Web to use and find some real life-changing shit that you wouldn't have given a chance to otherwise. I didn't find Dordogne in time to support it all the way it deserved to be supported. But that doesn't have to happen the next time an amazing game comes around. Seek out some real underground indie games. Play stuff outside your comfort zone, and for the love of God, don't give Activision another cent of your hard-earned money. So yeah, that's it. Subscribe if you fuck with me at all. More to come.